I'm talking to the 2% of the people who I make sense to. I'm coming from a place where there's an upside to everything, and I know that that's hard for people to see. But there's a passage in the Bible where Jesus is like, be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. And I'm throwing out here, be as inviting as a flower, but be as dug in as a weed. One time I didn't do anything in my backyard for like a year because I didn't have the money to pay for getting landscaping. So my backyard was full of weeds like this. Gross, right? But then I ended up coming across some money to get it fixed. But to save myself some money, I had to pull all these crazy weeds out. Weeds that were so dug in and so deep and so entrenched and spiky, and just like I was like, wow, I did not know God created this kind of survival mechanism. But sometimes when we're standing for something, we have to figure out how we can both be as inviting as a flower that someone wants to come close to, but as dug in and reinforced as a weed that can handle the tough stuff that comes at you. We miss out on this a lot because we are too busy being too nice and too soft. And sometimes we got to be spiky and dug in to do the work that we got to do. So if you feel yourself being a little too soft, learn something from a weed. Sometimes you got to dig in, be spiky, and hold on tight. You know what's gangster? These weeds. This sucker is a spiritual gangster. If you ever try to pull a weed like this, which I had to one time when I didn't do nothing in my backyard for like a year, I had so many of these suckers in here, man. And I had to go in and just like pull out these weeds, and they were so deep and so spiky, and I'm talking deep, dug in, entrenched weeds. And the whole time I was digging them up, I was talking to God, and I was like, yo, like, help me understand what's up with these weeds. Like, why would you create some nuisance like this? And then God showed me that in many ways I am a nuisance like this, and that I needed to find out, you know, what the spiritual import or spiritual teachings were behind these gangster tail weeds, which once they dig themselves in, they're gonna go deep, they're gonna go long, they pull up their little spikes. It's a challenge to get them out of the way. But sometimes that's how we have to be. When we're standing for something that we believe in, we gotta be like a weed and not like something that's soft and gentle that gets pulled up so easily.